folks, this is Joel583, and today we'll be looking at LEGO Hero Factory Invasion from Below Evo Walker. That's been a long time coming, but I finally got my hands on a set from this series. The reason I just now got one of these sets is because the usual places I go to only had the $20 and $25 sets. That's a little pricey for me at the moment. But I was finally able to find this guy. So basically the point behind this series is the Hero Factory bots, their city is being attacked by subterranean monsters. Such as we can see here with Evo in his walking turret being attacked by tiny little jumpers, which kind of look like the Bionicle Spinnerack, if I'm remembering the name right. Ages 6 to 12, set number 44015, 51 pieces. And on the back we just have, well, not much really. You can fire the gun and you can eject the pilot seat, and it shows you how to make the little jumpers jump. So as for any new parts, we just have the pilot seat or cockpit, the body for the jumpers, little heads for the jumpers, some nice little body armor, little arm piece, much shorter than before, Evo's head, arms, and legs, and this transparent blue windshield. Not really much I can say about each piece. I would go into more detail, but there's really not much I can say about each of these pieces. Now, one cool thing with the instruction manual is it has just really nice little drawing and a pretty nice little comic. The comic more or less describes what the set does. It's just a smaller walker droid for, well, splatting these smaller monsters. Kind of interesting. Alright, and first off, going with the little jumpers here. Not a lot to say about them. They're all basically three pieces, but the main body is one big piece with four legs. You have a red one, green one, and an orange one, and each one having a black skull. Now the leaping gimmick, you just press down the back here, and they leap. Just build up friction, and they're off. So not friction, more just build up a springiness in the legs. And they all launch pretty well. If I had more, but they all kind of hit the wall there and land upside down. Well, looks like Evo's work is over. Speaking of which, Evo here is kind of a simple guy. He has the same kind of posability as your regular minifigure, except he doesn't have hand movement. All in all, he's just kind of a bulky little guy, which I think all of the Hero Factory heroes in this line are just these little minifigures. Like, there's no big figures. You have the minifigures, and then you have minifigures in mechs, which is an interesting change of pace, but just a few little things. Basically, he is all yellow, has a Hero Factory flat stud, very bulky armor, and he has a little transparent communicator thing on his wrist. Probably can't see it too well, but it just has the Hero Factory logo, some buttons, and some little bars. But again, there's really not much I can think to say about this guy. And last but not least, the main part of the set, the walker. Basically just a three-legged tripod of a walking turret. The legs are on ball joints, but they have a fairly limited range of motion. The front legs work just fine. The back leg, on the other hand, it can't move much without basically doing that. It looks great when you have it like this, but it can't really move unless it's like this. So that's a bit of a problem. And the gun here can basically pivot just about anywhere. You can shoot behind him, which is an interesting thing to do. The cockpit opens, and you can sit Evo right inside. Just fold them up and take this pin, or this peg, and fit it into this hole right here. It fits in just fine. Then just position the arms so we can hold on to the controls. Close it up and he is ready to go. Now the walker does look pretty nice, but that's only if you don't want to play with it. And with the toy, that's kind of defeating the purpose. Basically, if you were to take these two pieces right here, the two main body parts of the thing, have this actually just be one single piece, then it could actually work very well, because it'd be more stable. Of course, then you'd have to add an extra segment back here for the legs so that you can actually move the back legs, instead of the front two legs just dragging it along. Actually, if you use another one of these pieces back here, you'd have a lot more flexibility there. But that's just my thinking. All in all, again, it does look good as a figure. If you're just going to let it stand there, it does look pretty good. Even has a little buzzsaw clipped in for Evo to use when he's not inside piloting this thing. And that is Lego Hero Factory Invasion from Below Evo Walker. And I got this set for about $10 at Toys R Us, which is the only place I was able to find this in my area. And I actually picked this up mostly because I have heard some bad things about it, but unlike the Blitzwing review, this guy I can actually be able to modify and try to fix later on. And I will try to find some time to do that, hopefully in the near future. Now, one thing I really like about it is the little jumpers, and basically how much they remind me of the spinner racks from back in the Bionicle Hordikas. It was a fun line, to say the least. It was also the last line for gears to be found in the main figures, which was sad for me. But would I recommend picking them up? If you're looking for good parts at a cheap price, then yeah, I'd say pick it up. Otherwise, you can probably be safer spending a few extra bucks on something else. So I thank you folks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.